Hey, what's going on everyone? Greg here, and breaking news, a new report by Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo just came out. Now this isn't just any random old rumor thrown up on any random blog site. This is analyst Ming-Chi Kuo, and more often than not, he has a really proven track record when it comes to predicting what kind of products Apple will announce in the year. And this seems to be his first major report for 2019, and there are a lot of rumors, a lot of rumored products that he gave, and a lot of new information on products we didn't even think were in the pipeline for Apple this year. And there is a lot to unpack here, from iPhone rumors to Mac rumors to Apple Watch, AirPods, iPad, basically anything with an Apple logo on it. There is a fresh new rumor for it, and even AirPower, so let's get started. So I'm gonna go with the stories that interest me the most to the stories that are kind of on the bottom for me, and so far the first story that I see here is new products in the Mac lineup. Most notably, and most surprising to me, a new MacBook Pro with a 16 to 16.5 inch design. Not only is this a bigger screened MacBook Pro, but apparently this is going to be a major redesign. So it sounds like what we're getting is a MacBook Pro that's going to shrink the bezels of the screen. I believe if you shrunk down those black bezels to a minimum point, you should get around a 16-inch screen size, which is honestly really exciting because the current 15-inch MacBook Pro, putting in a bigger screen in that same body size would be a really cool product. And I know some people out there miss the days when Apple used to make a 17-inch version of its MacBook Pro, so shrinking those bezel size down, getting a 16.5-inch screen size into a MacBook Pro while still keeping it the same body size as the 15-inch version would be a great compromise for people who want a bigger screen and also people who still want to keep that laptop a little shrunken down. Now, those are the only noted things about this new MacBook Pro, is that it will have a new redesign and that the screen size will be somewhere from 16 to 16.5 inches. Now, for me, it makes me wonder, will there be any other additional changes to this redesign? Will we get a new keyboard? A lot of people have problems with the butterfly keyboard, even with the 3rd generation keyboard. People complain that the key travel is still too shallow. People complain that there are reliability problems. With a redesign coming, is this a chance for Apple to improve the keyboard, maybe give us something more along the lines of the iMac Magic Keyboard with a little bit more travel and more reliability? It also makes me wonder, will Apple plan on keeping the touch bar around on these newer models? Also, other features like, will it incorporate Face ID? Will it still have Touch ID? And how will an edge-to-edge screen on a MacBook Pro look? Will they have to move the camera anywhere? Will they give it a notch cutout? Will it be like the iPad Pros where they can avoid that but still kind of keep the screen slim? All of those are questions we have to answer, but so far it looks like we have a MacBook Pro with a 16.5-inch screen, and that is a great rumor to start off 2019 with. Now, we do have a rumor for the 13-inch version of the MacBook Pro as well, and it's not as exciting as this redesign, but we are getting rumors that the 13-inch MacBook Pro will be able to be configured with up to 32 gigabytes of RAM. Now, moving on from the MacBook Pro to the Mac Pro, Kuo states that the 2019 Mac Pro will be coming out in 2019 and have a focus on being able to upgrade it very easily. And that's basically the only rumors he has, is that it's coming out in 2019, which we kind of already knew, but that indeed it will be focused on upgrading components, which is great news for people out there who don't like the tower design of the 2013 Mac Pro, where it was really hard to upgrade a lot of the components inside of there. Also, Apple has gone away from upgrading and repairability in recent models of its Mac lineup, so this might be finally a computer for pro Mac users, or even just people who want to pick up a Mac and they can upgrade themselves. Will upgrading the components be really easy? Maybe it's like pulling out a shelf and then there's all your components. You can easily access your RAM. Maybe you'll be able to swap out hard drives, or maybe add up to like 2 or 3 different hard drives. And hopefully we will be able to change out things like the graphics card as well. But it makes me wonder what this Mac Pro looks like, especially with a focus on making it as easy to upgrade as possible. And I'm really interested to see what new innovations Apple can bring to the desktop space. Now, although the details on the Mac Pro are pretty sparse, we do have some more details about the new Apple Pro display. So Kuo says this will be a 31.6-inch screen screen, which I guess is technically going to be a 32-inch screen. Kuo says it will feature a mini LED backlight design, which will give it outstanding picture quality. I haven't heard of anything about mini LED backlighting, but based on Apple's displays anyway, like with the iMac, the display quality is usually pretty top-notch, so them even improving the displays further along and adding in a 6K screen to a 32-inch design makes sense when you consider the fact that the current 5K iMac, like the one behind me, is a 27-inch screen and it needs that 5K to hit a Retina resolution. Bumping up the resolution to 6K on a 32-inch screen should be able to support a Retina resolution for that screen. It'll also give people who want a bigger screen from the 27-inch iMac to a 32-inch Mac Pro display. It's going to be really interesting to see what this display brings, especially considering that Apple got out of the display business a little while ago by discontinuing its Thunderbolt display and actually partnering up with LG to produce the display behind me, the LG Ultrafine 5K monitor. And although that has good picture quality, a lot of people don't like the design and some people have had some reliability issues with it. So it'll be great to see Apple making its own Pro displays again and maybe even adding in some additional features to them, like maybe making it easier to connect an eGPU to them, or maybe even adding things like Face ID built into the monitor. Now, moving away from the Mac rumors, we have some fresh rumors about the new iPad Pros. Now, there's nothing crazy about these rumors other than that Kuo says there will be a new iPad Pro in 2019. Which is news because previously a lot of people were estimating that there wouldn't be a new iPad Pro in 2019. Kuo says that these iPad Pros will just have a slight processor upgrade, so I imagine we will be moving from an A12X chip to an A13X chip. So whatever these new iPad Pros end up being, it probably won't feature any sort of major redesign. Obviously, they just redesigned the iPad Pros, so don't expect anything there, but we will probably just see some internal speed improvements and probably not too much else on those upgraded iPad Pros. We also have some new rumors about the new basic iPad and that it's going to be moving from a 9.7-inch screen to a 10.2-inch screen. This is interesting because before, if you watched previous videos of mine, we've talked about this rumored iPad, and what we heard was that it was going to be moving from a 9.7-inch screen to a 10-inch screen, so it sounds like it's going to be moving even a little bit further along than that. We're also getting reports that there will, of course, be a new iPad mini, which we've talked about a lot, and unfortunately, Kuo says that this new iPad mini will just have a processor upgrade inside of it. We don't know what processor it will be. A lot of people are speculating that it will be an A10 processor based on leaks. I'm personally hoping it's at least an A11 processor, but at least we're getting even more confirmation that there will be a new iPad mini. Okay, and probably the moment a lot of people watching this video are waiting for, and that is rumors on the 2019 iPhone. So Kuo states that the next generation of iPhones will keep its same exact screen sizes. So the XS will be 5.8 inches, the XS Max will be 6.5 inches, and of course the iPhone XR will come in at 6.1 inches. Kuo says that these new iPhones will retain the Lightning port, so some people were speculating that maybe Apple will be moving to USB-C on their 2019 iPhones. Kuo also states that these new iPhones will be getting an ultra-wide band connectivity, and this new ultra-wide band connectivity has something to do with indoor tracking and position. So it looks like this might be a navigation mode for when you're inside of a building. Maybe this will be the long rumored awaited update to the Apple Maps app, and maybe this will focus on giving us AR directions with Apple Maps, not only outside, but also inside of locations as well. This could also be a feature for health, so for emergency services, and this could give emergency services a more pinpoint location of where you are located. So God forbid you have any problems and you need to call 911 or something like that, they should be able to track you easier with this advanced positioning system. Kuo also says that the new 2019 iPhones will have a frosted glass casing. So maybe this will give you a grippier glass that's easier to hold, doesn't slide out of your hand too much. And honestly, it sounds like the softer glass back that the current Pixel 3 and Pixel 3 XL have. So it'll be interesting to see what Apple does with the material on their new 2019 iPhone glass. Kuo also states that the 2019 iPhones will get bilateral wireless charging. This means that you could charge another product with your iPhone. So maybe if you had two iPhones, you put one on top of the other one, maybe that would charge that phone. But what's more likely is that the 2019 iPhones will be able to wirelessly charge the next generation of AirPods that are rumored to be coming with a wireless case. We're also getting rumors that the next iPhones will feature a more advanced Face ID system. This will be done through a higher power flood illuminator, so maybe it will work at farther distances, maybe it'll work better in certain lighting situations. Kuo also states that the 2019 iPhones will be getting larger battery capacity and that some models will feature a triple lens camera. He doesn't state that the triple lens camera will be exclusive to the iPhone 11 Max, so maybe we could see that make its way to the iPhone 11 and not just the iPhone 11 Max. Okay, and wrapping up this video, just some small minor updates to the Apple Watch. Kuo says that they will be getting a ceramic version of the Series 4 Apple Watch. He also states that the ECG feature that is currently available in the US will be making its way to more countries. So if you have an Apple Watch and you're in another country, you want that ECG feature, there is some hope for you this year in 2019. Kuo says that AirPods 2 will be coming out in 2019 and that they will feature a wireless charging case and upgraded Bluetooth for increased range and better connectivity. Kuo is also making the bold prediction that AirPower will ship in the first half of 2019, and we've been hearing a lot of rumors about that recently, so it looks like good news for AirPower. It looks like it's not dead, it is alive, and hopefully it should be out soon. And finally, Kuo states that we will be getting a brand new iPod Touch in 2019 with an upgraded processor. So it doesn't sound like we're getting a major redesign. And I did a video on this recently where I talked about some of the iPod Touch rumors where Apple could be going in this direction. And if you want to know more about that rumored iPod Touch, you can check out the video in the link in the description. But for all those iPod fans, and there surprisingly are a lot of you out there, you can look forward to a brand new iPod Touch in 2019. Okay, and that's all the rumors that Kuo laid on us today, and honestly, it was a lot to take in. Hopefully I did a good job of summarizing and analyzing for you. 2019 looks to be a super packed and super interesting year for Apple, but let me know what products you are most excited for in the comments below. As always, if you guys like this video, make sure you give me a like. If you want to see more from my channel, make sure you're subscribed. If you want to support the channel in any way, like buying merch to the store, make sure you check out the links in the description. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone.